and doing the will of God. The assignment is easy. Love your neighbor as yourself. Repeat that with me. Love your neighbor as yourself. And repeat this. Like a good neighbor.
Like a good neighbor.
Jesus is there.
Jesus is there.
Amen.
All right.
There have been others throughout biblical history who have reached out to help others. How about Moses? It took him 80 years, but he did help free the Israelites from slavery. He helped many neighbors. How about Queen Vashti, who one night she took it to change the mind of brothers that wanted to look upon her beauty instead of recognizing her as a woman. All of that wealth and everything meant nothing so that she can help other women to become free. How about John the Baptist?
All right.
He didn't hesitate with his assignment. As a matter of fact, he leaped in the womb of his mother in anticipation of his ministry.
All right.
Oh, he was ready for the assignment.
Yes.
And there was so many more. How about those in our day and time? How about Rosa Parks?
All right. All right.
How about Reverend Martin Luther King Jr.?
All right. All right.
Malcolm X.
Okay.
Fannie Lou Hamer. Harriet Tubman.
Okay.
Sojourner Truth. Marcus Garvey.
All right.
James H.
Go ahead now. Go ahead.
And all of them were motivated to do God's will. And that was to fulfill God's plan for humanity. Loving and considering others who were their neighbors. The parable of the Good Samaritan gives us a historical account of how Jesus, through parables, spoke to make the reader and the learner recognize that it is not who you are, but it's whose you are. God led me to one of the Greek terms in the Vine's expository that is spelled or said, pronounced anadokai pneumai. Anadokai pneumai, which means to appoint, to a position, or a service. In other words, you may be a barber. You may be a doctor. You may be a janitor or a hairdresser, a nurse, a lawyer, a preacher, or a judge. But you are not exempt from the commission to love your neighbor as yourself. This commission calls for you to become doers of the word. This is a matter of the heart. You will have to be strong enough to surround yourself with sick people. You will have to have a heart that is strong enough to pick up a bleeding man and then pour your wine and oil on his wounds. And to bandage up his wounds. Your heart will have to be strong enough to lift this person up and put them on your ride, or put them in your Mercedes, or put them in your car in order to get them to a safe haven. Your heart will have to be strong as a lion, because some people won't accept it. Then your heart will have to be strong enough to go in your pocket and to reach in and grab your money and then tell them, if you don't have enough, here's my credit card to finish it off. Oh yes, this man went above and beyond being a good neighbor. He gave all that he had in order for this man to be saved from death, for he was at the edge of death. I don't know about you, but I am ready to be a good neighbor. I'm ready to love my neighbor as myself. I have a heart like a lion, and I'll reach out to others and do the will of God. I have have to be one of those that has reached out in the communities, just like others that I just mentioned. Harriet Tubman and others have done great things. Moses saving people from slavery. Oh yeah, you see, Jesus went to Calvary. And he died for you and me. Oh yeah, he went to the cross, and on the third day when he rose with all power in his hand, he gives you the same power to do his will, and that is to love your neighbor as yourself. Oh yes, and this kind of love will have to penetrate drugs and alcohol. It will have to penetrate the abuse of prostitution and the abuse of the institution that keeps our men incarcerated. The time is now, because whether you believe it or not, it is winding up. Oh yeah, there's no time for you to think about the color of the skin or who it is you're going to be helping, because it's time for the battle to be won. Jesus was here for us, and now we have to do his will. It's obedience, and it takes love. Love to do what God has called us to do. You see, I'm on the battlefield for the Lord, and I'm not tired yet. I said I'm on the battlefield for the Lord, and I'm not tired yet. You see, he's given me 2 wings so that I can fly to help my brothers. He's given me 2 wings so when I uncover my eyes, I can see someone wounded. He's given me 2 wings to shroud my feet and keep them strong when I need to go and do his will. Oh yes, its time is now. Are you ready to do the will of God? Oh yeah, love your neighbor as yourself. You see, I started with Jesus, and I'm going through. I started with Jesus, and I'm going through. I started with Jesus, and I'm going through. How about you?
Oh, no.